It's the Mighty Marvel Show. I'm Paul, and we've got another unboxing today. It is a new addition into the super villain wave from Marvel Legends from Hasbro. Last year, 2021, we had a super villain wave that had some awesome figures. Yes, I'm looking at you, Red Skull and Doctor Doom, and it had some really bad figures. Yes, I'm looking at you, the Hood, and I'm looking at you, Dormammu. So we've got a single entry now into the supervillains range, and it is an absolute top wish list pick for me. One I've been super excited to get. It is Baron Zemo, and here he is. Baron, the 13th Baron Helmet Zemo, as it is, sworn enemy of Captain America. Beautiful box, fantastic artwork on the box. I love how it fades into the black here at the bottom of the box and on the side as well. That's really, really super cool. So you know what we do now? We take it out of the box and have a look. Baron Zemo, here he is. He is the comic accurate supervillain that I was really looking forward to getting. This is a seriously impressive looking figure. He's got the same cast as you see on the arms there as the Red Skull from last year, which is great. It's very, very similar look to it. It's a very similar body cast to it. The sword is an updated version of the one we got on the last one, which had the yellow handle, and this one looks a much more accurate sword, looks more effective, realistic sword. So that's looking really, really cool. The shoulder pads and the white leopard print on the boot cuts and the shoulder lapels is excellent, looks superb, really, really sets the costume off. And the face mold is seriously impressive as well. It's slightly different. It looks similar, but slightly different to the original version. We'll have a look at that in a moment. But I'm really, really impressed with the look of this figure. Stands well, poses great, easy to move. Outside of what you've got there, it comes with the extra hand for grabbing the sword, and same for the other side. And equally, you can obviously use those to put guns in and any other sort of weapons along those lines as well. So this is a really, really good looking figure. I'm super impressed with it, and as you can see there, it is the comic accurate version that we were after. Let's have a look how it stacks up against the previous version. So I've done a more modern take here with the Zemo. Here is the version from the 2014 release, and it was from a really cool comic book run, particularly at the time when he was a crime boss in Madripoor facing up against the Punisher. It's a far more military looking Zemo. It is very different. The body molds of the cast are different. The gloves are different. The boots are different, and he's obviously got that sort of material bit hanging down from his tunic, and it is a much more militarized version. He's got the gun holsters over his shoulder. I love them both. The newer figure poses much better. It stands much easier as well, and I think it's got a really, really cool, old school comic book look to it. I love both these figures. They both suit different eras, and they're both really going to be sort of great for doing various different showdowns with the variety of Captain Americas we've got now. So I am quite pleased. What you've obviously got here is you can see the original pistol for the 2014 version, which fits nicely in the hand because it came with a trigger finger. And the sword, I prefer the newer version. The handle of the sword looks a lot more modern. The yellow one, I was never really comfortable with the yellow one because it makes it look a little bit plasticky and like a toy, whereas you want to try and get a bit of realism in your toys when you're doing these figures. So overall, these are two excellent figures, but for me, the newer updated Zemo just shades it, purely because it brings back all those old school feels, and that's what I was after. Comic book Zemo. I'm loving this figure. So I've done a hand swap here with Zemo. I've put the pistol into it. It sort of works. The trigger finger isn't perfect on this one, but it does the job. So final look at this figure. A couple of things I would just quickly point out is the mold is excellent. The cast is great. The ab crunch is a bit harder to perform on this figure because you've got that very high-waisted bout across in that big sort of chunky gold bout that he's very famous for. But that is a minor complaint because, after all, Zemo doesn't do a lot of fighting. He doesn't do a lot of acrobatics. He is the schemer, and he is the leader of the Masters of Evil. And getting this figure brings me another step closer to completing my very excellent Masters of evil team, so I can recreate that incredible showdown with the Avengers from back in the 80s, which is an awesome run of comics. And I'm getting a bit closer now with some of these figures because I've got the leader. So I'm very pleased with this figure, and I'm off to have a bit of a tear up with him now and these bad guys. And that's it. If you're getting this figure, let me know. Stick it in the comments. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know how you compare it to the original figures. And that is it for this video. Like, subscribe, do all the normal. See you back on the channel very soon. Bye for now.